see me okay? Hey folks, it's Stacy from Homestead on the Hill, and I'm taking a little break from cutting firewood, and reminded me of when I was a kid. My daddy would go away frequently for work, and so us kids were not old enough or mature enough to run the chainsaw, or not trusted enough. And not only that, gasoline was expensive back in the day, sort of like now. And chainsaws were kind of finicky, kind of tough machines to run, and so not really conducive to kids. So what we did was, and we heated the house with wood, with a wood heater. And so what we did was we found this clever system where you roll up newspaper and basically turn them into logs of rolled newspaper, and they burn incredibly long, and made a good substitute for firewood. So what we do is we put in 2 pieces of firewood and then a paper log, and then if there was room for another one, you put another piece of wood in there. And so then every third piece of wood was a rolled up newspaper. And back in the day, everybody and their dog had subscribed to the newspaper, and so there was endless amounts of newspaper, and nobody ever talked about recycling it. So we thought, hey, this is a perfect use. So my grandfather would collect it up, and anytime he'd come visit, he'd bring us the newspaper. Well, nowadays, not as many people subscribe to the paper, but I got a couple buddies who do, and so when I see them, I get them to donate their newspapers to me. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to show you how I roll these things up and how I can make a log of firewood with newspaper, and then we'll fire it in the stove. So hang on, let's get down on the workbench here. Okay, so what I do is I start out by opening up the newspapers like this, and then you roll it, and the tighter you roll it, the better off it is. And then I pull the second one in, and you see I've already got a curvature in its spine, so that's not good. See, I just keep pulling in another sheet. You get halfway, and I'm going to put a couple big thick pieces in there. The tighter you roll it, oops, pull in a couple sheets here. The tighter you roll it, the better it burns. The longer it burns, like a block of wood. Move it a little off. You can see I'm going off the side here. You know what they say? If they don't like it, they can burn it. And let's just bring that in there. And there we go. Look at that. Just like a Presto log. When we were kids, we had goats on the farm here, so we would bring in hay. So we always had baling twine, that old natural kind, not the orange plastic stuff they have now. And so we would use that to roll up, tie it off. I don't have any right now, so that's a good firm roll. So I just use the painter's masking tape, got it on sale. Now I'm just going to pop it into the old firebox. There's my glove. Okay, just give this a little rearrangement. And you can see, come on over here. You can see, just settles down in there. I just push some of these over on top of it. It slowly catches, and then it will it'll continue to burn, and it burns. It'll burn for a few hours. Here, pop in here and have another look. You can see it's caught nicely now. It's burning pretty fast right now because I've got the door open. So let's just slide this shut. So this has been burning for an hour now. It's kind of a slow smolder. I'm going to give it a little poke about. But you can see the integrity of the paper log roll is still there. Still pumping out the heat, burning my hands right now. There it is, I just propped it up. It's just pumping out the heat, but you can see how the structure is still solid, like a block of wood. Oh, there she goes. So that's it for this week. How to make paper firewood. Not a paper tiger, it's paper firewood. Roll it up really tight, tie it, tape it, string it, fire it in the firebox, and let it burn. Stacy from Homestead on the Hill. Take care of each other, be kind, and come on back next week to see what kind of antics we're up to next week. See you, everybody.